I think is enough. So let's do the chapter 7. Um, so this is called Gyan Vigyan Yoga. So it talks a lot about what kind of person is called Gyani and what are the characteristics of Gyani, what kind of person will never surrender to God, how to overcome the triad of um, the Iksha Rag Sammohan, or the desire, passion, delusion, which leads to attachment. So मयि आसक्त मना पार्थ योगम युंजम उदाशया असंशयम समग्रम माम यथा ज्ञास्यसि तृष्णु. So Krishna tells Arjun, once you are coming in my sharan, once you are coming under my refuge, how do you come under his refuge? By union with yoga. Asanshayam samagram. The two necessities are asanshayam. Undoubtedly, you have to come. There should not be sanshay, doubt, confusion. And samagram, which means wholehearted. There cannot be partial surrender to God. माम यथा ज्ञास्यसि तीक्ष्णु. उस प्रकार से तुम मुझे ज्ञास्यसि, ज्ञान समझना. You will understand me completely. How will you understand that completely? To that you listen now. Shunu. Okay. So how, once you have surrendered completely in yoga and undoubtedly and completely, then you will understand me and then you will attain my nature. ज्ञानम तेहम स विज्ञान विदम वक्ष्यामि श्रेष्ठ यज्ञात्वा न भूयोन्य यज्ञात्वम विशिष्यते. This is the kind of knowledge knowing which there is nothing else that shall be left to know. So he is just glorifying the Divya Gyan. मनुष्यानाम सहस्रेषु कश्चित् करिति सिद्धे यतापि सिद्धानाम कश्चिन् मान वेत्ति तत्वतः. Manushyanam sahastreshu. This is the most. This is a very commonly quoted verse of Gita, in which he says, "Manushyanam sahastreshu." Of thousands of men, seldom, which maybe one person will strive to know me. So the inquisitiveness or the iksha shakti, the chetna dhriti, the consciousness, free will to know God will rarely strike one person in 1,000 people. And of that one person, say there are of those 1,000 people who are striving to find God, one person will eventually come to know me. So that is why knowing God, Brahma Gyan जो बोलते हैं, वो बहुत difficult है. Let alone striving. I mean, Brahma Gyan is very difficult, and even striving for God is something which is very rarely seen. भूमि रापो नलो वायु खम मनो बुद्धि रेवचा अहंकार इत्यमे भिन्ना प्रकृति रश्दा. So this is the shloka I usually quote to you guys. Bhumi Rap. This is just telling you the 8 elements of Prakriti. We are talking about the 24 elements of the Sankhya Yoga Kshetragya, Prakriti Purush. What is Gyan? Gyan is knowing Prakriti Purush, Kshetragya. So Prakriti is 8 elements, Krishna says here, which is the 5 Mahabhuts, Bhumi, Rapo, Nalo, Vayu, Kham. The sequence is important. The heaviest is mentioned first, Bhumi, followed by water, Api, followed by Nal, Aag, fire, followed by Bhumi, Rapo, Nalo, Vayu, air, and Kham, ether or Akash. And from that, I have said before, from the ether comes the sound, the Vayu comes the ether comes the sound, yeah, Vayu comes the sense of touch, feel, and then there is Nal, which is Aag, comes the vision, fire, light, and then there is Jal, from which comes the adaptability or the taste, and then last one is the Ghrana or the smell coming from earth, fragrance. अहंकार. बाकी 3 चीजें, ये तो हैवी एलिमेंट्स की बात हो गई. बाकी 3 एलिमेंट्स भी आपने रेंट लिया है, वो है मन, बुद्धि, अहंकार. इतियम में भिन्न प्रकृति रश्दा. प्रकृति की स्थापना इन 8 एलिमेंट से होती है. इसको समझना बहुत जरूरी है कि आप क्या नहीं है. मैंने पहले बताया, आप प्रकृति नहीं है, प्रकृति में रेंट कर रहे हैं. तो यू आर नॉट द माइंड, बुद्धि, इवन अहंकार, यू आर नॉट दैट. नाउ माइंड हियर, कीप इन माइंड द वर्ड माइंड हियर, मन, is referring to everything, both the vrittis and samskaras, is referring to the neocortex and paleocortex, the new brain and the hind brain. Also, the mind is referring to the senses here. That is why, again, just to elaborate to you guys, the 24 elements of Sankhya Yoga, Kshetra, Prakriti, or field as we call it, There it says 24. How did they do 24? Because the mind here, which is one, has been broken down into like 16 different elements. How? Well, mind means senses, indriya, and the indriyartheshu, or the object of sensual gratification. So, and the karmendriya and gyanendriya, that's another thing. So, indriya itself means karmendriya, which are the five senses. Uh, they say the walking, locomotion, hensile, prehensile, padpani, payu. So basically, like locomotion, prehensile, hands and feet are two karmendriya. Then organs of procreation and expulsion, which is the excretory system and the reproductive system, two more karmendriyas. And the last one is vak, or the mouth, speech. That is the five karmendriya. In the mouth, there is tongue, which creates rasa or gyanendriya of taste, and karmendriya of talking, or vak. So you see those five karmendriyas, and then all of us know the five gyanendriyas of chotram, chakshus, sparsnam, rasnam, ghraan cha, or the five senses of hearing, chakshu, vision, sparsh, feel, rasnam, taste, and ghraan is smell. See how God always in Sanskrit, that's the beauty. When Ved Vyas wrote these shlokas, it's always mentioned in a sequence, and the sequence is, to us it is, oh, random. No, everything God mentions, there's a sequence, and the sequence is the way it is formed, one from the other. Predecessor gives rise to successor. So that's how they have been formed. Okay, so those are the eight. So that concept I want you to be very clear about. When I say prakriti word, you think about the eight elements. You think about this shloka, bhumi rapo nalo vayu kham mano buddhi revcha. However, when I'm saying the word kshetra, kshetragya, that is of course Sankhya, and Sankhya always likes to break things down, dissociate and subclassify everything. That is the knowledge of Sankhya, Swadhyaya, reading scriptures. So there itself, the man has been broken down into these, I should say, different 16 elements, which are basically the five Gyanendriya, five Karmendriya, five Indriyartheshu, and one Man, because Man is the leader of all those Indriyas. So that is the way to know. So, but these are the Prakriti. This is not Purush. This is Prakriti. अपरे मितस्वन्याम प्रकृति विद्धि में पराम जी भूता महो बहो ये युदम धारते जगत. अपरे मितस्वन्याम, अपर मतलब above, beyond, above and beyond this prakriti, जीव भूता महाबहो ये यदम धारते जगत. There's another energy of me, that's called जीव भूत. जीव भूत महाबहो, महाबहो is the mighty armed Arjun. ये यदम धारते जगत, यही जगत को चला रहा है. जीव भूत, जीव भूत शक्ति वो है जो आपके अंदर है, जिसको मैंने प्राण कहा है. अलग अलग शास्त्रों में अलग अलग शब्दों का वर्णन है, पर मेरे हिसाब से जीव भूत का मतलब यहाँ प्राण है. प्राण एवं परम मित्रम, प्राण एवं परम सखा, प्राण तुल्य परो बंधु नास्ति नास्ते वराने ने. सबसे अच्छा मित्र कौन है? भगवत गीता में बताया कि आपका माइंड मित्र भी हो सकता है, शत्रु भी हो सकता है, पर परम मित्र कौन है? परम मित्र प्राण है, क्योंकि प्राण में ही आपकी शक्ति आती है, जो हम लोग कहते हैं ओज और तेज. तो ये सब शक्तियां जो कर गुजरने की शक्ति है, चेतना, धृति, फ्री विल की, वो सारी प्राण से ही आती है. ईगो से बनता है प्राण, और प्राण से बनता है फिर आपका फ्री विल. तो अपरे मतस्वन्याम प्रकृति विद्धि में पराम जीव भूता महाबहो येदम धारिते जगत. एति दो नीनी भूतानी सर्वाणी इति उपधाराय अहम कृतस न से जगता प्रभवा प्रलय सता. अच्छा, नो ऑल दैट लिविंग बीइंग्स आर मैनिफेस्टेड बाय टू एनर्जीज. कौन सी एनर्जी है जी? लोअर एनर्जी प्रकृति की, अपर एनर्जी प्राण की. प्राण का जो मॉडिफिकेशन मैं आपको बता रहा था उस समय, संघातस, चेतना, धृति, तो वो सारे प्राण के मॉडिफिकेशंस है. चाहे उसको आप फ्री विल, इंटेंशन, संकल्प, श्रद्धा, दीज थिंग्स are basically modifications of buddhi, which you can think of as coming indirectly from prana. So etyo nini bhutani sarvani ityubdharaya aham kritasnasya jagata prabhava pralaya sata. जगत और प्रलय, क्रिएशन एंड डिसोल्यूशन, सृष्टि और संहार, दोनों की शक्तियां ये प्राण के माध्यम से ही होती हैं. अपर एनर्जी जो है, लोअर एनर्जी है प्रकृति, अपर एनर्जी है प्राण, इस क्लासिफिकेशन में. मता परंतर नान्य किंजसी धनंजय मई सर्वदम प्रोत्ते सूत्रे मणिगणाई. ये सारी शक्तियां, जितने भी सब क्लासिफिकेशन है, दे आर स्ट्रंग टुगेदर लाइक बीड्स इन अ नेकलेस. तो ये सारे सब कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स को तुम बीट जानो, जो कि एक नेकलेस में टू पुट टुगेदर है। जो नेट पुट टुगेदर है वो ब्राह्मण हो गया, जो स्ट्रिंग इनको एंटवाइन कर रहा है वो शक्ति को प्राण बोल लीजिए या फिर परमात्मा बोल लीजिए, और टुगेदरनेस में जो शक्ति बन गई वो ब्राह्मण हो गया। अच्छा, अब बता रहे हैं कि भगवान क्या है। इसका डेफिनेशन एक सीधे वर्ड में बता दूं तो व्हाट इज गॉड बता रहे हैं भगवान, तो गॉड इज परफेक्शन। अब देखिए कैसे वो परफेक्शन को डिफाइन कर रहे हैं। रसो हमोपशु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशि सूर्यो पर्वण सर्व वेदेशु शब्दाखे पौरुषम निशु। फॉर द वाटर आई एम द टेस्ट। अच्छा जी, सोचेंगे तो वाटर में तो कोई टेस्ट होता ही नहीं है, और 6 घंटे पानी नहीं पिलाओ तो तड़पने लगते हैं। तो इसीलिए आप 12 घंटे 2 दिन रसगुल्ला ना खाएं तो टेस्ट चल जाएगा, लेकिन पानी ना पिए तो तड़पने लगेंगे, जबकि कोई टेस्ट नहीं है। व्हाट डज दैट टेल यू? द थिंग दैट इज मोस्ट सात्विक इज द मोस्ट बेसिक फॉर योर एग्जिस्टेंस. Water seems to have no taste, but without water we will be craving if we haven't drunk water. So among the tastes, I am the water. I am the taste in the water, and it also means the taste in the rasa, anything that you eat. He is the taste in that enjoyment, depicting, and also the radiance of the sun and the moon. The radiance of the sun and the moon here determines the intellect or the buddhi or the brightness or the teja that we say inside our bodies. The surya and the moon are basically showing the ida and the the pingla and the ida respectively, the sun and the moon. प्रणव सर्व वेदेशु शब्द खे पौरुषम निशु. अच्छा, शब्दों में मैं ओम हूं. क्यों जी आप ओम क्यों है? क्योंकि ओम इज द लिंक between unmanifest and manifest world. So the sound of silence is broken by Om. That is what Om is. Om is the most pure syllable of creation. पुण्य गंधो पृथ्व्याम च तेजस चास्मि विभावसौ जीवनम सर्वभूतेषु तपस चास्मि तपस्वीसु. अच्छा, ये भी देखें, पुण्य गंधो पृथ्व्याम च तेजस चास्मि विभावसौ जीवनम सर्वभूतेषु तपस चास्मि तपस्वीसु. I am the fragrance of the earth, घ्राण, or the smell of the earth. I am the brilliance or the effulgence of the fire. I am the life force in all beings and the penance of the ascetics. Whatever is the most, if God were to tell what is he as a batsman, I am the Tendulkar in the batsman and I am the Roger Federer in the tennis. So whatever is perfection or the highest quality dispensation in the absence of arrogance, that is God. So that is the beauty of God. Everything that is the most perfect form, that represents God. Bijam mamsar bhutanam vidhi parsanathanam buddhir buddhirtamasmi tejas tejasvi namaham. Think of everything as seeds that are emanating from my existence, and they are forming sarvbhut, or the different creatures, different beings. Buddhir buddhirtamasmi tejas tejasvi namaham. I am the intellect of the intelligent, and I am the brilliance or the creativity, imagination of the person who is tejasvi or full of attributes, charisma. Balam balvatam chaham kam rag virtam dharma viruddho bhuteshu kam usmi bharat rishabh. I am the strength of people who are strong, wrestlers or people who are just built strong. And kam rag vivarjitam, that, okay, I was talking to you about earlier the definition of celibacy of brahmacharya. That is brahmacharya, kam rag vivarjitam. So इच्छा से आता है, इच्छा का मतलब है काम, desire. राग मतलब passion. So the desire turns into passion, and the passion turns into attachment, and the attachment leads to delusion. तो ये तो भगवान ने बहुत अच्छे से बताया है. द श्लोका 262 263. ध्यायतो विषयान पुंसा संगेश तेषु उपजायते संगात संजायते कामा कामात क्रोध अभिजायते क्रोधात भवति सम्मोहात सम्मोहात स्मृति विभ्रमा स्मृति भंशात बुद्धि नाशो बुद्धि नाशात प्रणश्यति. प्रणश्यति मतलब गिर गए. तो कहां से गिर गए? ध्यायतो से. ध्यायतो मतलब ध्यान देना, रिमेम्बरिंग, और प्रणश्यति मतलब गिरना. तो गॉड हैज गिवन अस द मैप, द रोड मैप ऑफ हाउ कैन यू कैन यूज आल्सो द ब्रेन to fall down. Quality of thoughts determines the happiness in your life. Dhyayato Vishyan Punsa, the more you think about Vishaya, Indriyartheshu, thinking about the Vishayas, money, prosperity, home, sexual interests, food interests, all those things. Vishaya. Dhyayato Vishyan Punsa Sangeshteshu, attachment. You get attachment. So it feels like normal. And what feels normal, if you don't do it, you get craving. That's why today's thought in the dhyana was, cravings are the taxes we pay periodically to our past samskaras. Whatever your samskaras are, those are the kind of cravings we generate, just like clockwork. बलम बलवताम चाहम काम राग विरुद्धम धर्मा विरुद्धो भूतेषु कामोस्मि भरतृषभ. जो भी काम धर्म के विरुद्ध है, मैं I am the I am sexual activity not conflicting with virtue of scripture injunctions. Well, that is the kind of interpretation that J.K. Yoga came up with. Dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bhartasha. जो भी धर्म के विरुद्ध में नहीं है, वो मैं हूं. तो you can understand that God is the absence of adharma and God is the reinforcement of dharma. So dharma, of course, can be represented by anything that is going in the path of perfection. ये चाहे सात्विक का भावा राजसास तामसाचे मत एवेति तान विद्धि न तू अहम तेषु ते मई. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, ये याद रखें. मत एवेति तान विद्धि न तू अहम तेषु ते मई. मैं तेरे में नहीं हूं, तू मेरे में है. ये बहुत बार भगवान कंफ्यूज करते हैं. 18वें चैप्टर में भी जाए, 16वें चैप्टर में भी जाए, बार बार बोलते हैं कोई उनमें है, कोई मैं उनमें नहीं हूं. और कई कई बोलेंगे कि मैं तुम में हूं. तो व्हाट वी वांट, दिस कैन नॉट बी ड्रॉन अ वेन डायग्राम टू शो यू कि अच्छा जी भगवान इसमें है, इसमें नहीं है. बिकॉज इट इज द अनमैनिफेस्ट पावर. समटाइम्स इट विल बी इन सम ऑफ अस एंड समटाइम्स इट विल नॉट बी इन सम ऑफ अस. We will not be in him, but he will be in us. What does that mean? Paramatma hridayam tishtati. Understand this again concept. Natu aham teshu te mai. They are in me, I am beyond them. This sentence itself will be bent in different ways in different shlokas. But what essence is being conveyed is that एक आप में रिसेप्टर तो हमेशा लगा हुआ है. उस रिसेप्टर को हम लोग बोलते हैं परमात्मा. परमात्मा is always residing in our hearts because he is the ultimate recorder, like a blockchain. He's recording all the activities that we are doing, because based on that activities, then the Maya will create karma bandhan. So that is the reason why Paramatma is there. Always you are never alone, even in solitude. Okay, but now the moment man mana bhav mat bhakto, the moment you put your mind absorbed in me, yogi नाम अपि सर्वेशाम मद्गतेनांतरात्मना श्रद्धावान भजते माम समय युक्त मोह मता. अभी हमने पढ़ा योगी नाम अपि, सभी योगियों में जो योगी मुझ में हमेशा अपना माइंड स्टीप रखता है. माइंड स्टीप मतलब क्या? आप यार सेंसेस जो उसी के थ्रू ना माइंड स्टीप करेंगे आप. तो भजन में आपने गा लिया, कर्मेंद्रिय वाक यूज कर लिया, आपने आपने भगवान के लिए फूल चढ़ाए, उनके स्मेल आपको आ रही है, या फिर आपने अच्छा म्यूजिक बजाया, उस म्यूजिक को आप सुन रहे हैं, चैंटिंग कर रहे हैं. तो ये सब आप ना रिक्रूटिंग द सेंसेस इन गॉड डिवोशन इज द राइट यूज ऑफ द सेंसेस. अच्छा, उसको आप डिवोट करेंगे तो धीरे धीरे योर माइंड विल गेट अट्रैक्टेड टुवर्ड्स गॉड. इट माइट फॉर्म विजन्स ऑफ गॉड इन ड्रीम्स और व्हेन यू क्लोज योर आईज. इट माइट थिंक अबाउट गॉड व्हेन यू आर अवेक एंड अलर्ट. It might like to talk about God in about God in satsang. So that is the beauty of steeping your mind in godly devotional ideas, attributes. That is what he's saying. Mat eveti tanvedhi natu aham teshu te mai. They are in me, but I am beyond them. So that is why in Brahman there is both evil and good. But I am beyond them means that I am not attributing the activities that they do are because of me. Because I don't do anything. You are doing that under the effect of guna. So the guna or the influencing association of the prakriti is making you do that. Of course, you will have to pay the bill for that because of the karma bandhan. But I am not doing that. I am recording that. That is why I'm in your heart. I'm always there. But the effects that you do are because of the things you go for. That can be because of peer pressure. That can be because of stress. That can be because of feeling of low self-worth, whatever you want to call it. But under those influence of tamasic, rajasic gunas, you act a certain way, and then you face the suffering or enjoyment also, sometimes based on the karmas. But basically he's saying that I do not do those things. I'm aware of those things. त्रिभिर गुण मया भावार भी सर्वधन जगत मोहितम नाभि जानती मामे भी परम अव्यम. The word मोहितम is very important here. मोहितम नाभि जानाती, अगर मोह हो जाएगा तो तू मुझे जान नहीं पाएगा. मामे बे परम अव्ययम, मेरे रूप को, कैसा रूप? परम अव्ययम, सुप्रीम, unwasted, unspent. You cannot expend me. You cannot use it up. That is why it's unmanifest. Anything that is in the unmanifest realm cannot be expended. Na? Only manifest things will come to an end, wasted or extinguish. Unmanifest cannot be. So he's saying, Tribhir gun mayar bhavar bhi, by the three good, sattva, rajas, tamas, the three gunas, material modes of nature or influencing associations, सर्वम इदम जगत मोहितम, सारा जग मोहित हो चुका है और मेरे परम रूप को नहीं जा पा रहा। जब आपने शिव चित से टूटकर संसार में आने के लिए आपने धृति जगाई अपने अंदर, तो आपने उस समय कंट्रैक्ट साइन किया कि मुझे मोहित कर दो, मुझे आइडेंटिफाई करवाओ। टू आइडेंटिफाई विथ समथिंग यू आर नॉट, यू हैव टू फॉरगेट व्हाट यू ओरिजिनली आर। That is the genesis of Maya, to help you forget your true sense so that you can go and take a trip down here. Of course, at the end, you will realize that, okay, I need to go home. But that's why we are going here, because we are not trip or a journey. And you wanted to enjoy in the journey. So we made you forget where you are coming from, your origin. We are just going to take you on a trip around. Of course, the destination will be your origin will be your eventual destination, but we are going in a circle, so we have to go through the experiences so that the drishta can get all the experiences of the bhokta before he becomes the atman drishta again. So to forget your drishta component and make you reinforce the bhokta component, we are going to increase your ahamkara, we are going to attributes on you, man, buddhi, ahamkar, and that's why the gunas are helping us get, because man is just like a mini chip computer that is generating all these thoughts, emotions, desires under the influence of ahamkara. I have talked about this before. You might remember that the first thing to come around is ahamkara, then arises dharma, which is right and wrong. First you create a plot. First I have to tell you a story, then only I can ask you questions ki what's the moral of the story, what is the dharma, what is right or wrong. So that story or the play is the ahamkar, ego, and the characters there are people like us who have taken different characters, and then we have to decide who is right, who is wrong. That is dharma. So from mahatattva arises ahamkara, from ahamkara arises buddhi, from buddhi arises man, from man arises indriya, from indriya arises sharir. None of these things you are, but that is the sequence in which it occurs, and that is the sequence in which we have to gain control. त्रिभिर गुण मया भाव विसर्जनगत मोहितम नाम ही जानती परम अव्ययम, मेरे सही नेचर को नहीं जान पाते हैं क्योंकि मोहित हो जाते हैं इन गुणों के अभाव से, मेरी योग माया की शक्ति के कारण। दैवी हियाशा गुणमयी मम माया दुरतया मामे वे प्रपद्यन्ते माया मेताम तरन्ति ते। अच्छा, दैवी है, बहुत ही डिवाइन पावरफुल शक्ति है ये माया। माया को बोल लो, गुण बोल लो, सत्व रजस तमस बोल लो, ये इसी को माया बोल रहे हैं। जो इन्फ्लुएंसिंग एसोसिएशन के रूल्स है ना, कि जो देखोगे वैसा ही हो जाओगे, क्योंकि मैनिफेस्ट हुए हो अनमैनिफेस्ट से। दैट इज व्हाई यू आर चेंज बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट यू आर कमिंग इन कांटेक्ट विद, द काइंड ऑफ पीपल यू कम इन कांटेक्ट विद, the kind of people you are inspired with, the kind of visions you see, experiences you steep yourself into, that is what your nature will become. So that is what the role of guna. There is goodness also in the gunas, there is evil tendencies also in the gunas. Based on your ichha dhriti, chetana dhriti, consciousness, free will, we will be attracted to certain things. So the whole goal is to use the chetana dhriti, consciousness, free will, to change what we are at present we are engaging with. Present matters most. Mame vye prapadyante maya metanti tarantite. Those who surrender to me, माया मेताम तरंतिते, ये बहुत कॉमन ये एक इनका एनालॉजी है कि दिस इज द ओशियन ऑफ samsara. Ocean because it is vast. So samsara is very vast and you will get deluded, lost in it. So if you want to cross from one end of the ocean to the other, you have to have the right means, and the right means is मामे वे प्रपद्यन्ते, मेरे को ही ऑब्टेन करने के लिए तुमको सरेंडर करना है. So surrender is the bhakti yoga. When you do duration, comes the bhav, intensity. The intensity leads you to devotion, which is surrender of bhakti. ना माम दुष्कृणम मुद्धा प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमा माया प्राहित गायम आश्रम भाव माशिता. अच्छा, इन्होंने ये भी बता दिया कि सब लोग तो नहीं आएंगे हमारे पास. कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो कि यहीं पे घूमते रहेंगे जब तक प्रलय नहीं हो जाता है. They will not attain emancipation or enlightenment because they have certain tendencies. So he's talking about the 4 classes of people that it's very difficult for them to understand God or come in their realm. That is why we are in Kali Yuga, because most of the good souls have already enlightened, and the few ones that are left, they can, because the period of rapidity will happen very quickly. That is the beauty of Kali, because you have suffered a lot through all those different yugas. But the idea is that the emancipation will happen for those souls and not happen for four kinds of souls. Na mam dushkritano muddha. Okay, so the people who are dusht here refers to the evil souls. Some of the souls, well, call it souls or whatever you want to call it, but there are certain portions of the Brahman that are troublemakers and they do not learn the lessons easily. So he is calling them dusht. Muddha is a different one. Now muddha can happen even to neutral souls. They are just primed in a certain way. So a lot of people, I believe, not to judge anybody, especially in the Western world, who are very pious people, and you will see they will slaughter animals or eat animals, muddha, like beef and all that thing. And if I'm pretty sure, just like Paul McCartney says, uh, if slaughterhouses had glass walls, everyone would be vegan or vegetarian. What it means is that if people really saw all the cruelty the animal are put through in the slaughterhouses, they will all be vegetarian because they cannot eat that. But if you hide it from them or package it in a certain way, advertise and market in a certain way, tell them, oh, it is very important for proteins, it helps build proteins, then they will see, oh, this is normal. So that is the muddha. Now, evil is the person in that example who still wants to eat it after seeing everything. Then that person is dusht. That's the difference between ignorance and evil. Ignorance is because you are not exposed to the truth. If you exposed to the truth, your buddhi will get activated and you stop doing that. And that is awareness. The more awareness happens, the more muddha people will move into dharma. But evil people, it takes something more, which is Tanam Dushta Krunan Sansarishu Naradman. For them, only suffering the experiences will change them. Awareness and dharma will not change a muddha. Only experience will change them. Jam Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukh Doshanu Darshanam. When they experience something, make them a cow or something like that, and then if you slaughter them, then they will feel, okay, this wasn't working out well. So that is the point here. Four kinds of souls. Dusht, which is the evil. Muddha, which is ignorant. And then there is Naradham. Naradham are basically the fallen souls or souls which have lost all the dhriti or the iksha shakti. So they are a little different than ignorant. Ignorant might still have the iksha shakti, but Naradham has lost some of the iksha shakti as well to do something. So he feels hopeless. Oh, ji, mera to kuch nahi ho sakta. So Maya Prasit Ashuram Bhavamashita. Now, Asuram again, it's a little difficult to distinguish from Dushta, but Asuram just basically means you are born with certain demonic natures. So these people, again, will have a lot of difficulty coming to the realm of the gods. So evildoers, people who are ignorant, people who have low courage or iksha shakti, and naradhams, as well as the asuram or the demonic tendencies. And it talks about what is the demonic tendency. Demonic tendency basically means excess of ego. Ahankar brahm darpam kam kocha sanchita mamatma paradeheshu pratsambesuyaka. This is let me go to this shloka. Ahankar balam darbam kam krodh sanchita. What is, yeah, I think it is very important to know also what constitutes what we say Davi, Suri, Asuri, you will hear. Like Asuri have a lot of power because they are tamasic ना. राक्षस के पास हमेशा शक्ति ज्यादा होती है देवता से. तो लेकिन जो आसुरी शक्तियां हैं उनमें फिर उनके साथ वो उनको निचली योनि में जो भेजने की बात है उसको बताता हूं मैं. तो ये देखिए, ये जो श्लोक है 16-18 का. अहंकार बलम दर्पम काम कोच संचिता ममात्म परदेहेषु प्रदितम सुयका. तो ममात्म परदेहेषु, मेरी आत्मा को परदेह अपने देहों में प्रद्विषंतोभ्य सुयका. प्रद्विषंतोभ्य मतलब अब्यूज करना, उसको डैमेज करना, सफर करवाना. तो व्हेन वी आर सफरिंग, परमात्मा इज आल्सो सफरिंग बिकॉज भोक्ता भर्ता महेश्वरा. परमात्मा, you are the God is the supporter, witnesser and enjoyer. Atma enjoys, and on top of Atma the Paramatma enjoys. So when you suffer, the Paramatma also suffers. So not only people who are doing excess tapas like Buddha, in those bodies also Paramatma suffers, but also people who are extremely steeped in arrogance. What kind of arrogance? These are the modifications of arrogance. देखिए, arrogance से you could have gotten चेतना धृति, consciousness, free will. और arrogance से आप में evil tendencies भी आ सकती है. What are evil tendencies? अहंकार, बलम, दर्पम, काम, क्रोध च संशिता. अहंकारम ईगो, बलम स्ट्रेंथ, दर्पम एरोगेंस शो ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ, कामम विच इज ऑफ कोर्स डिजायर, राग इज पैशन, काम इज डिजायर, क्रोधम काम से ही क्रोध की उत्पन्न होती है, काम एश क्रोधेश। देख रहे हैं आप, जब भी भगवान काम बोलते हैं तो उसके बाद या तो राग लगाते हैं या क्रोध लगाते हैं। पूरी गीता में आप देख लीजिए, कहां भी काम है उसके बाद क्रोध है। क्योंकि क्या होता है, या तो काम आपका, काम इज डिजायर राइट, काम या तो डिजायर डीपेन हो जाएगा, डीपेन हो जाएगा तो पैशन बन गया, राग हो गया। अच्छा जी, काम अगर आपका है और अगर सक्सेस नहीं मिल रहा है, उसको फुलफिल नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो क्रोध हो गया, फ्रस्ट्रेट हो रहे हैं। तो काम राग क्रोध ये सारा एक स्पेक्ट्रम है। अगर बढ़ाओगे तो राग होगा, और अगर हासिल नहीं कराओगे काम को तो क्रोध हो जाएगा। तो ये सारे मैनिफेस्टेशंस हैं ईगो के। अहंकार बलम दर्पम काम क्रोध संता ममात्म परदेहेषु प्रदुषण का तानहम दुष्टा क्रूरान संसारेषु नराधमान क्षिपाम में जस्रम सुभाना शुरिष्व योनिषु आसुरिम योनियापन्ना मुढ़ा जन्मनी जन्मनी माम प्राप्य कौनते यान धमाम गतिम। ऐसे आत्माओं को मैं निचली वाली योनियों में घुमाता रहता हूं। तो ये आप समझ गए, चतुर्विद्या भजनते माम जना सुकृतुन और अर्जुन। ये उन्होंने बता दिया कि कौन चार लोग होते हैं जो मेरे पास आएंगे, और चार लोग कौन है जो मेरे पास नहीं आएंगे। तो हाँ जी, तो हमने ये पढ़ लिया कि कौन नहीं आएगा। और तो दुष्ट के साथ क्या होता है ये भी मैंने आपको बता दिया, दुष्ट की क्या टेंडेंसीज हैं और आसुरी की क्या टेंडेंसीज हैं। आसुरी वो है जिसमें अहंकार ज्यादा है, जैसे रावण आसुर है, ठीक है। तो रावण में अहंकार जिसमें भी ज्यादा है, तो उसमें फिर वो अहंकार बल दर्प काम क्रोध, ये पांच चीजें जो है अहंकार का रूप है। इसीलिए आप देखेंगे आसुरी शक्तियां हैं, बहुत ताकतवर शक्तियां हैं। एनर्जी जो एंगर की है और पैशन की है, वो आपको बहुत चीजें मैनिफेस्ट करवा सकती है, बट इट कैन गो रॉन्ग ऑल्सो, दैट इज द होल पॉइंट। तो इसीलिए ये चार समझ लें कि चार लोग कौन नहीं जाते हैं, जो दुष्ट है, जो आसुरी है, जो नराधम है, गिरे हुए हैं, इच्छा शक्ति ही नहीं है, और जिनमें मुड्ढा है या इग्नोरेंस है, ऐसे लोग नहीं आ पाते हैं। और चार जो मेरे पास आते हैं उसको भी बता देता हूं। चतुर्विद्या भजनते माम जना सुकृतनो अर्जुन आर्थो जिज्ञासुर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरत शब्द। जो ज्यादा डिस्ट्रेस्ड है, आर्थ ज्यादा विपत्ति में है, और अर्थ देखिए आर्थ में हो जाता है डिस्ट्रेस, और आर्थ में हो जाता है मनी। तो आर्थ आर्थ दोनों जो है डिस्ट्रेस भी है, और जो जिनको पैसा वैसा भी चाहिए, मेटीरियल प्रॉस्पेरिटी, वो दोनों लोग भी करते हैं, क्योंकि इष्ट देवता की पूजा करते हैं कि भगवान जी मुझे ये दे दीजिए वो दे दीजिए। कर तो रहे पूजा, गलत तरीका भले उनका है, लेकिन वो भी राइट ट्रैक पे है। तो चतुर्विद्या भजनते माम जना सुकृतनो अर्जुन आर्थो जिज्ञासुर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरत शब्द। एक जो डिस्ट्रेस्ड है, एक जो वेल्थ सीक कर रहा है, एक जो बोल रहा है प्रभु जी बहुत सफरिंग हो गई, सफरिंग कम कर दीजिए, और एक जो थोड़ा ग्रीडी है कि प्रभु जी मुझे थोड़ा सा ये मटेरियल दे दीजिए, भोगता था मैं तो यहाँ, तो मजे करने आया, थोड़ा और मुझे दे दीजिए, ये पैसे दे दीजिए, बंगला मोटर कार, ये दोनों। अच्छा, जिज्ञासु और ज्ञानी, एक तीसरी जाति है जिज्ञासु की, क्यूरियोसिटी वालों की। अच्छा, उनको कोई, देखिएगा कई लोग एग्नोस्टिक होते हैं जिनको पता नहीं है, बोलते हैं पता नहीं गॉड है कि नहीं, तो वो जिज्ञासु हो सकते हैं, उनको ही पता नहीं है। तो या तो वो जिज्ञासु हो सकते हैं क्या है, या फिर जानने की इच्छा ही नहीं हो सकती है। लेकिन कम से कम जिज्ञासु इंसान फिर भी एनलाइटनमेंट हो सकती है, क्योंकि वो मुड्ढा नहीं है, इग्नोरेंट नहीं है ना। ही इज सीकिंग अवेयरनेस। व्हाट इज क्यूरियोसिटी? क्यूरियोसिटी इज द परस्यूट ऑफ अवेयरनेस, एंड इग्नोरेंस इज द लैक ऑफ अवेयरनेस। नो परस्यूट, नो इच्छा शक्ति। तो इसीलिए जिज्ञासु इंसान, जो नराधम वहां पे कहा ना, उसको रिप्लेस कर दिया जिज्ञासु ने यहाँ पे, क्योंकि उसको अब इच्छा जाग चुकी है कि ये क्या है और कुछ है क्या दुनिया में। द वेरी मोमेंट यू आर क्यूरियस टू नो, आई टॉक्ड अबाउट इट बिफोर, क्यूरियोसिटी कैन लीड टू कंफ्यूजन, और क्यूरियोसिटी कैन लीड टू इंटेंशन। क्योंकि you can have the right path in which you want to go up, or you can get more confused by other people doing that stuff to trickle down more in tamasic addictions. Either ways, jigyasa is going to create a change. ज्ञानी च भरत शब्द, चौथी जाति है ज्ञानी की। ज्ञानी वो इंसान है, हमने बात की है, जिसको ज्ञान मिल गया, संशय मिट चुका है। हृस्थम ज्ञान छिनात मना चित्वरम संशयम योगम अतिष्ठित भारत। तस्मात अज्ञान समृतम हृस्थम ज्ञान छिनात मना चित्वरम संशयम योगम अतिष्ठित भारत। चौथे चैप्टर में भगवान बोलते हैं तस्मात अज्ञान संभूतम, ये जो अज्ञान में तुम सिचुएटेड हो, यूज द सोर्ड ऑफ नॉलेज टू डिस्पेल और योर डाउट्स एंड कंफ्यूजन। क्योंकि कंफ्यूजन से फिर आप में तमासिक जो पीयर प्रेशर है ना, गुणों का प्रभाव है, वो आपको और नीचे गिरा देगा। इसलिए यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल दैट योर क्यूरियोसिटी डज नॉट डिवॉल्व इनटू कंफ्यूजन। योर क्यूरियोसिटी शुड इवॉल्व इनटू इंटेंशन एंड नॉट डिवॉल्व इनटू कंफ्यूजन। अदरवाइज एडिक्शन विल टेक प्लेस, मुड्ढा डेल्यूजन विल टेक प्लेस, वो पैथवे हो जाएगा। और उठते जाएंगे तो क्यूरियोसिटी विल बिकम इंटेंशन, विल बिकम संकल्प, विल बिकम श्रद्धा, विल बिकम भक्ति भाव, बिकम्स अगेन दैट pathway of कर्म योग, ध्यान योग. तो बहुत जरूरी है कि कौन सा pathway में जा रहे हैं. पर curiosity is the, I would say, the road that will bifurcate into two paths, one of confusion and one of intention. तेषाम ज्ञानी नित्य युक्त एक भक्ति विशिष्यते प्रियो ही ज्ञानी नोत्तमतम सच मम प्रिय. इन चारों में से सबसे प्रिय मुझे ज्ञानी पुरुष है. सबसे ज्यादा प्रिय क्यों है ज्ञानी पुरुष प्रभु को? क्योंकि ज्ञानी का कोई एंगल नहीं है. बाकियों का देखिए हर एक का एक एंगल है, ज्ञानी का कोई एंगल नहीं है. ज्ञानी को केवल प्रभु को प्राप्त करना है, क्योंकि वही उसका नेचर है. ही नोज दैट दैट इज द नेचर ऑफ अनमैनिफेस्ट. उसको कोई मटेरियल प्रॉस्पेरिटी नहीं चाहिए अर्थों के जैसा. आर्थों वाला बोल रहा हूँ प्रभु का स्मरण करना है क्योंकि मैं ट्रबल में हूँ. भगवान इसको हटाइए ना ट्रबल को. तो उसका भी एंगल है. सफरिंग वाले को अपना सफरिंग खत्म करना है, आर्थों वाले को मटेरियल प्रॉस्पेरिटी चाहिए, क्यूरियोसिटी वाले को जानना है कि और क्या मौजूद है. ये तीनों का एक एंगल है, लेकिन ज्ञानी का कोई एंगल नहीं है, क्योंकि ज्ञानी पीसफुल है. तो इसीलिए जब आप भक्ति योग ज्यादा कर लेंगे ना, निष्काम कर्म थोड़ा करने लगेंगे, तो आपको एक ज्ञानी की जब स्थिति आने लगेगी ना, तो आपको एक अजीब सी पीस हो जाएगी. तो दुनिया वाले क्या कर रहे हैं, नेबर के पास आपसे ज्यादा पैसे क्यों हैं, ये आपको प्रॉब्लम नहीं करेगी. सोसाइटी में जहां प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी आपको. यू आर वेरी कंटेंट विद व्हाट यू हैव ना. इसलिए बोलता हूं डिजायरलेस, पीसफुल, ब्लिसफुल. जब तक डिजायर है तब तक काम राग मूड सबकी स्थिति है. जब ये मिट गया तो फिर पीसफुल हो गया, प्रशांत आत्मा. प्रशांत आत्मा जब आप बन गए तो फिर आपको परमानंद चरमानंद की स्थिति आनी है. तेषाम ज्ञानी नित्य युक्त एक भक्ति विशिष्यते प्रियो ही ज्ञानी नोत्तम सच मम प्रिय. अमंग देम आई कंसिडर द वर्शिपर ऑफ who worships me with knowledge as the highest, because they are exclusively devoted to me. अनन्य चेतानंद भक्ति. अच्छा जी, एक और दे रहे हैं, आई एम वेरी डियर टू देम एंड दे आर डियर टू मी. देखिए अब इसमें भगवान स्थापित है. उन्होंने शुरू में बोला ना तू हम तेषु ते मई, और अभी यहां बोल रहे हैं सच मम प्रिय. ज्ञानी प्रियो ही ज्ञानी नो अर्थ हम सच मम प्रिय. वो मुझ में एस्टैब्लिश्ड है, मैं उसमें एस्टैब्लिश्ड हूं. दैट इज द स्टेट वी वांट टू बी. वी वांट ourselves to be in God and God to be in ourselves, because उस तरीके से ग्रेस आ जाता है. फिर आपको कोई कुछ बिगाड़ नहीं सकता है. इसीलिए ज्ञानी नो अर्थ महम सच मम प्रिय. अगर पुरुष ज्ञान के द्वारा भगवान आप में और आप भगवान में हैं, तो वो इमिसिबल लिक्विड्स जैसे हो गए हैं. आई एम सॉरी, यू आर मिसिबल लिक्विड्स. एक दूसरे में घुल गए हैं, पता ही नहीं चल रहा. इसीलिए आपको वैसा बन जाना है. कैसे होगा वो? मन भगवान में स्टीप करना है. इन मेमोरी ऑलवेज गॉड इज कमिंग टू यू. मन मना भव में भक्तो योगी नाम भी सर्वेशा मग्न अंतरात्मना. हमेशा मेरा स्मरण करो, मेरे में ही डूबे रहो. अनन्य चेतन अनन्य भक्ति. उदारा सर्वविवेते ज्ञानी. अच्छा, पूरे ज्ञानी की बड़ाई करेंगे 4-5 श्लोकों में, उसकी सुने. उदारा सर्वविवेते ज्ञानी त्वात् में मतम आश्रिता सहित आत्मा मामे वनुत्तमाम गतिम. who are devoted to me are the noble. Now these people are established dharma. तो इनसे कुछ गलत हो ही नहीं सकता. But those in knowledge who are of steadfast mind, whose intellect is merged in me, who have made me alone their supreme goal, I consider as my very self. देखिए जी, जैसे ये बहुत बड़ा डिस्कोर्स होता है कि आप, मैं भगवान हूं क्या? नहीं, आप भगवान नहीं है. अभी आप भगवान में मर्ज कर सकते हैं. एक बूंद जो बादल में है वो सागर तो नहीं है ना. जब समाधि की स्थिति में आप बादल से गिरकर पानी बनकर समुद्र में गिर जाएंगे, तब आप सागर बन गए, पर फिर आप बूंद नहीं रहे. इसीलिए रविशंकर ने ब्यूटीफुल सेंटेंस जो मैं कह रहा था, आई एम एनलाइटेंड इज अ वेरी रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट. नो एनलाइटेंड पर्सन विल से आई एम एनलाइटेंड, क्योंकि आई तो रहा ही नहीं ना यार. रेन ड्रॉप ceases to be a raindrop the moment it merges in the ocean. It becomes the ocean. You have no identity. That is why ego has to be dissolved when enlightenment has to happen. I am enlightened is a paradoxical statement. उदारा सर्वव्यते ज्ञानी त्वात् मैं मतम आस्थिता संयुक्त आत्मा मामे वनुत्तमाम गतिम. But those in knowledge who are in steadfast mind, intellect is merged in me. Intellect मतलब धर्मा. तो सही गलत में वो हमेशा सही कर रहे हैं, कंपैशन में जी रहे हैं. That is dharma, compassion, nishkam karma. When your intellect is merged in God, you are always pursuing the right path of right, not the path of ease, not preya, but shreya. And they have made me alone their supreme goal. ये फिर वर्ड देखिए, अनन्य चेतन भक्ति वाली बात हो गई. अलोन. भगवान ने ये नहीं बोला कि बेटा 2 गोल. भगवान जी आपके प्रभु से पूछने आए कि क्या क्या भक्त तुम्हारे गोल्स है. भगवान जी मुझे ये चाहिए, लॉन्ड्री लिस्ट दे दिया. नहीं, एक चीज चाहिए. व्यवसायत्मिका बुद्धि रेखे कुरुनंदन बहुशाखा है अंताज बुद्ध व्यवसायी नाम. व्यवसायत्मिका बुद्धि रेखे कुरुनंदन, जिसकी बुद्धि मल्टीफोल्ड है, मल्टीफैसेटेड है, वो इंसान कभी भी योग में सक्सेस प्राप्त नहीं कर सकता है. तो बहुशाखा हेयंताज बुद्धयो व्यवसाय नाम, जिसका स्कैटर ब्रेन है, मंकी माइंड, ही विल नेवर बी सक्सेसफुल। अच्छा जी, ये चीज आपको रियल लाइफ में भी ट्रूथ है। इसीलिए यू हैव टू बी सिंगल माइंडेड। आस्थित स ही युक्तात्मा मामेव, अगेन मेरे को ही, अनुत्तमाम गतिम, अनुत्तमम सबसे उत्तम है, जो सबसे उत्तम यानी परफेक्शन। व्हाट इज गॉड? गॉड इज परफेक्शन। दैट इज द बेस्ट डेफिनेशन दैट आई थॉट ऑफ टुडे। बट बेसिकली ज्ञानी पर्सन, बिकॉज ही डज नॉट हैव एनी एंगल, ही इज ऑलवेज स्टीप्ड हिज माइंड इन मी, द क्वालिटी ऑफ थॉट डिटरमिन your destiny and your happiness state and the state of peace. That is why Jnani is my favorite. I live in him and he lives in me. बहुनाम जन्म नामन्ते ज्ञानवान प्रपद्यते वासुदेव सर्वम। अच्छा जी, ये गलती ना करें कि ज्ञान का ये मतलब नहीं है कि श्लोक सारे याद कर लिया आपने तो वो बहुत ज्ञानी है। वो फिर दम दर्प हो गया, वो आसुरी इंसान है जिसने बिल्कुल आपको, एप्लीकेशन इज व्हाट गॉड इज सेइंग, एप्लीकेशन हैज टू हैपन ऑफ व्हाट वर्ड स्वाध्याय। लैंग्वेज डज नॉट मैटर, योर मंत्रा डज नॉट मैटर, योर इंटेंशन एंड एग्जीक्यूशन मैटर्स, योर एप्लीकेशन मैटर्स. So I'm not asking you to memorize all these shlokas in Sanskrit. Yeah, if you can learn and if it makes you feel good, go for it. It's a good guna. It's a good sattvic effect to be in contact with. That's why we chant the mantras and we say all these things. But ये नहीं है कि आपने सारे memorize के लिए तो ओ जी आइए आइए भगवान जी बोलेंगे welcome, you are eligible for स्वर्ग, because actions determine ना, कर्म की दुनिया है। तो whatever you do matters, and intentions too, thoughts वाक शरीर वाक मनोभीर यत्कर्म प्रारब्धे नरः. So whatever you do with the body, say with your mouth and think with your mind, that determines your karma, whether it is in the manifest or unmanifest world. बहुना मनते जन्मान्नाम प्रपद्यते वासुदेव सर्वमिति स महात्मा सुदुर्लभ। बहुत सारे जीवनों के बाद, बहुत हजारों जीवनों के बाद वासुदेव ही सब कुछ है, ये ज्ञानी का निष्कर्ष है। इसीलिए ऐसा महात्मा दुर्लभ है, क्योंकि ऐसा महात्मा तो ज्ञानी है। कामैस्तैसे हित ज्ञान प्रपद्यन्ते अन्य देवता तम तम नियमस्थाय प्रकृत्या नियत स्वया। कामैस्तैसे ज्ञान, अच्छा जिन लोगों का काम ने हर लिया, क्यों जी? कामेश क्रोधेश रजोगुण समद्भवा, डिजायर इज वेयर लीड्स टू फर्दर डिल्यूजन ना। तो इसीलिए जिसके ज्यादा डिजायर्स हो ना, तो डिजायर भी हो तो कम हो, जितने कम हो उतना अच्छा। एक दो डिजायर है ठीक है जी, अब नए नए डिजायर ना पाल लें यार, अब 40 साल उम्र हो गई, नए नए डिजायर, ये हरकत ना करें। पुराने डिजायर्स को एक्सटिंग्विश करें। इट्स लाइक पुटिंग आउट फायर्स। डोंट ट्राई टू लाइट अप न्यू कैंडल्स इन द हाउस एंड बर्न योर हाउस डाउन। Those whose knowledge has been carried away by material desires surrender to the celestial God. Nothing wrong. Again, he talks about चतुर्विद्या भजन्ते माम जना सुकृत अर्जुन आर्थो जिज्ञासुर्थार्थी। तो अर्थी की है ना, वो अर्थी के बारे में आ गए हैं कि व्हाट हैपेंस। ज्ञानी का तो बता दिया कि ज्ञानी इंसान में मैं भी हूं, ज्ञानी इंसान मेरे अंदर है। अच्छा, आर्थी जो है, जो पूरा पूजा करते रहता है, मंत्र पढ़ते रहता है, इस देवता की उपासना करता है, दिन बार 2 बार भाग चढ़ाता है, उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? उसमें प्रॉब्लम बता रहे हैं। Those whose knowledge has been carried away by material desires surrender to the celestial gods. Following their own nature, they worship the devatas, practicing rituals meant to propitiate the celestial personalities. अच्छा, तो ये उनको मैनिफेस्ट होता है। माँ काली के पास जाएंगे तो वैसी शक्तियां मिलेंगी, सरस्वती माँ के पास जाए विद्या मिलेगी, लक्ष्मी माँ के पास जाए प्रॉस्पेरिटी मिलेगी, हनुमान जी के पास जाए करेज मिलेगा। ऑफ कोर्स दीज आर इंपॉर्टेंट, पर आपको ये जानना है कि यहाँ पे ज्ञान की बात हो रही है, हाईएस्ट लेवल ऑफ डिवोशन की बात हो रही है। समटाइम्स यू हैव टू स्टार्ट विद अ लोअर लेवल ऑफ पर्सनल फॉर्म ऑफ गॉड टू अटेन द इम्पर्सनल परमात्मा। सो ही इज जस्ट टेलिंग यू द डिफरेंट paths and the reasons why you worship matter a lot. Your intention for worship matters. If your intention is to get rid of the suffering, you are a artho. If your intention is to get material pleasures, you are a arthi. If your intention is to know the truth, you are a jigyasu. And if your intention is to merge in the Brahmin, then you are Jnani. God loves the Jnani the most, but all 4 paths are acceptable. Chaturvidya bhajante maam jana sukritano Arjun. 4 तरह के लोग मुझे भजते हैं, और भजोगे तो इम्परफेक्शन में भी भजोगे तो भगवान के पास ही लैंड करोगे। यो यो याम याम तनु भक्ता श्रद्धया चतुर्मिच्छति तस्य श्रद्धाम चलाम तस्य तस्यां चलाम श्रद्धाम तमेव ददाम्यहम्। जो जिस प्रकार से मेरी उपासना करता है, मैं उसकी श्रद्धा उसी मार्ग में कंसोलिडेट कर देता हूं अर्जुन। यो यो याम याम, जो जिस जिस भी तनु भक्ता श्रद्धया चतुर्मिच्छति, जहां पे भी श्रद्धा डाल दोगे ना, मैं तुमको वहीं पे फोर्टिफाई कर दूंगा तुम्हारी श्रद्धा, क्योंकि श्रद्धा ही तो लास्ट चीज है ना। जो आपको इंटेंशन है, फ्री विल, संघातस चेतना धृति जो बात हमने बोला, तो चेतना इज कॉन्शियसनेस, धृति इज योर ग्रिट, फ्री विल, एंड द फ्री विल मॉर्फ इनटू इंटेंशन, संकल्प, इंटेंशन विल मॉर्फ इनटू फेथ, एंड फेथ तो फिर आपको ले जाएगा गॉड के पास, जो भी आपका गॉड का वर्जन है। सो जो भी यो याम यम तनु भक्ता श्रद्धा चतुर्विंशति तस्य तस्या चलाम श्रद्धाम तस्य तस्या चलाम श्रद्धाम तामेव विदधाम्यहम्, मैं उसको वहीं पर फोर्टिफाई कर देता हूं। गलत नहीं करते, आपको वहीं पे फोर्टिफाई कर देता हूं, ताकि चलो इसका तो बेड़ा पार्क लगा, नहीं तो फिर वो फिर कंफ्यूज हो जाएगा, फिर क्यूरियस हो जाएगा, फिर नया पाथ खोजेगा। तो इसीलिए उसको फोर्टिफाइंग द फेथ इज अ गुड वे टू गेट देम एनलाइटेंड। सत्या श्रद्धा युक्त स्याराधन मीते लभते च तथा कमानमय विहितानितान। अच्छा, जैसी उनकी फेथ है, एंडोर्ड विद दैट फेथ दे वर्शिप द गॉड्स एंड they worship a particular celestial god and obtain the objects of desire. But in reality, I am bestowing those benefits because he is the god of gods. अंतवत्तु, अच्छा होता क्या है ऐसे लोगों का? अंतवत्तु फलम तेषाम तद भवते अल्प मेधशाम देवान देवयो यान्ति मद भक्ता यान्ति मामापि। The fruits gained by these people or small understanding, because they are asking for material benefits कि भैया मुझे अच्छा थोड़ा मनी, प्रॉस्पेरिटी, बड़ा घर, बड़ी कार, अच्छी बीवी, ये सब चीजें दे दीजिए। Those who worship the celestial gods go to the celestial abodes while the devotees come to me. तो इसीलिए उनको थोड़ा बेनिफिट मिल जाएगा, भोगा बढ़ गया ना। व्हाट वाज द डिफरेंस? दे आर बेसिकली आस्किंग फॉर मोर भोगास, नथिंग रॉन्ग विथ इट। If you are worshipping and asking the Paramatma unmanifest, that's the benefit of, that's the essence of the book secrets. Whatever you wish, the Brahman will give it to you if you wish it the right way. And the right way is asking, because we are beggars, we don't own anything, we are just unmanifest atmans. So eventually the phalam, the phal or the fruits will be fructifying whatever they ask, and whoever will worship the devas will go to the lokas of devas to bhokta, to enjoy those pleasures, just like enjoying in a dream. You enjoy dreams, good dreams, similarly it will feel like a long dream. You will not know it when it's lasting, but only you have to have a woke aware state to know that it was a dream. But for that period you will enjoy, just like dream. That was happen when people go to the higher lokas. After they die, they enjoy that period. You'll hear a lot of people saying, oh, we enjoy after dying because the suffering ended, we did not want to come back into the body. Why? Because they are in that realm where they are relieved from the suffering, and may might have good experiences or bad experiences based on their karma bandhan. Anyways, antvattu phalam teshan tad bhavate alp medsham देवान देव यान्ति मद भक्ता यान्ति मामापि। जो देवों को पूजेगा वो देवलोक जाएगा, जो मुझे पूजेगा वो मेरे लोक जाएगा। अंतर क्या रहेगा? अंतर वही रहेगा जो 8:16 में बताया उन्होंने, ब्रह्म भुवन लोक का पुनरावर्तिनो अर्जुन मां पे जो कौनते पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते। जो देवों को पूजेगा वो फिर नीचे गिरेगा, और जो मुझे पूजेगा वो हमेशा के लिए एनलाइटेंड हो जाएगा। वो अपने मन से आएगा जाएगा, नित्य मुक्त के प्रकार आते जाता रहेगा अवतार बनकर। अव्यक्तम व्यक्तिमपन्नम मन्यन्ते माम बुद्धया परम भावम जानतो ममाव्यनुतमम। जो अव्यक्तम व्यक्तिमपन्न, लेस इंटेलिजेंट थिंक I, the Supreme Krishna, was formless earlier and now I have assumed a form. They do not understand the imperishable, exalted nature of my personal form. तो ये रूप मैंने धरा है और मैं कर्म के बंधन से खेल रहा हूँ, प्रकृति के गुणों में आया हूँ, पर इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि मैं प्रकृति के बंधन से बंधा हुआ हूँ। मैं पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम त्रिषु लोकेषु किंचन। प्रकृति के कोई कर्म मुझे बांधते नहीं है, कोई कर्म करना मेरे लिए अनिवार्य नहीं है। ना हम प्रकाश सर्वस्य योग माया समाविता मूढ़ोयम ना भी जानती लोको माम जमव्यम। अब मूड की बात कर दी। मूड के साथ क्या प्रॉब्लम थी? मूड वाला इंसान ईश्वर को जान नहीं सकता जब तक उसका मूड आप मिटाएंगे नहीं। ना माम दुष्टुर्न मुद्धा प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमा माया प्राहित कर्म असुरम भावमाशिता। जो मूड है, दुष्ट है, अधम है, और जो गिरा हुआ है, वो लोग आपको जनरली आपको ईश्वर की भक्ति में नहीं आ पाएंगे। इसीलिए आपको समझना है कि उनके नेचर में कोई प्रॉब्लम है। ना हम प्रकाशा सर्वस्य योग माया, आई एम नॉट मैनिफेस्ट टू एवरीवन। तो जो मूड है वो तो तमस में घिरा हुआ है, तमस गुण के कारण उसको अज्ञानता है। तो आप जितना गाना बजा लीजिए। अच्छा जी, आपने जितना प्रवचन गाना है, हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ना है, इस्कॉन की जितने भी हरे राम हरे कृष्ण करना है, गाय जो है वो सामने जुगाली करती रहेगी, उसको क्या फर्क पड़ना है आपने क्या करना है, तबेले में कितना बजाना है हनुमान चालीसा। क्योंकि देखिए वो मुड्ढा की स्थिति है, इग्नोरेंस की स्थिति है। तो ऐसे कई लोग भी होते हैं। पशु में तो ऑफकोर्स मुड्ढा की है, पशु योनि एनलाइटनमेंट की योनि नहीं है, वो कर्म बंधन काटने की योनि है। लेकिन जो ह्यूमन बीइंग्स हैं जहां पे करने का मौका मिला, वो भी कई लोग ऐसा वेस्ट कर देते हैं जैसे जैसे पशु है। तो इसीलिए वो कह रहे हैं कि आई एम नॉट मैनिफेस्ट टू एवरीवन, क्योंकि लॉट्स ऑफ पीपल आर टोटली स्टीप्ड इन द तमस, addictions, attachments. They are deluded, so they will never recognize me. But those without knowledge do not know I am without birth and I am changeless. अपरम भाव तो जन्म, परम जन्म व्यस्त तो माधव प्रोक्तवानी थी। अपरम भाव तो जन्म, मेरा आपका जन्म तो अभी, जैसे अर्जुन उसमें बोलता है कि आप विवस्वान सूर्य भगवान की बातें कर रहे हैं, तो उन्होंने बोला बहुनी में वेतानी जन्मानी तब चार्जुन तान्य हम वेद श्रवणानी न तो हम वेद परंतपा, मेरे बहुत जन्म हो चुके हैं तेरे साथ। इसीलिए गॉड इज इटर्नल, गॉड इज बिफोर टाइम एंड स्पेस। टाइम इटसेल्फ, टाइम इज नीडेड फॉर क्रिएटिंग बर्थ ना, ओ जी ये टाइम में बर्थ हुआ है, टाइम के पहले ही आ गया। योर फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस इज टोटली कन्फाइंड बाय स्पेस एंड टाइम, and if it is someone beyond space and time, the unmanifest, that frame of reference the god is operating. वेदाहम समतीतानि वर्तमानी चार्जुन भविष्यानि च भूतानि माम तु वेद न कश्चन। आई नो द पास्ट, प्रेजेंट एंड फ्यूचर। वेद यहां पे मतलब है विद, मतलब जानना। तो वेदाहम समतीतानि, सब कुछ जानता हूं मैं, ऑल द थ्री स्पैन्स ऑफ टाइम विच इज भूतकाल, वर्तमान काल एंड भविष्य काल, क्या होने वाला है ये भी मुझे पता है। तू माम तू वेद न कश्चन, आई ऑल्सो नो ऑल लिविंग बींग्स बट नो बडी नोज मी, क्योंकि मनुष्य नाम सहस्त्रेषु कश्चित् सिद्धे। क्यों कोई नहीं जानता है भगवान को? क्योंकि जब मोमेंट दे नो भगवान, दे मर्ज इन भगवान। दैट इज वाई जो यहाँ आत्माएं हैं, हममें से कोई भगवान को नहीं जानता है। द मोमेंट यू नो भगवान, यू मर्ज इन भगवान, फिर अब बॉडी रही नहीं। द मोमेंट द ड्रॉप रेन वाटर ड्रॉप्स इन द ओशियन, it becomes the ocean, it is not the cloud anymore. So a raindrop cannot claim that it is the ocean. Any individual in this earth cannot claim that I am God, because they are separate. The ego is required for maintaining the panch bhautik mahasharir, mahabhut. So the moment you dissolve in God, you are not a human being anymore. That's why you can have perception of God, but you are not God as long as you are here. That's why I say people should not claim I am enlightened or I am God. Those kind of statements are self-contradictory. वेदाहम समतीतानी, जब भगवान ने यहां बोल दिया भविष्यानी च भूतानी माम तो वेद न कश्चन, मुझे कोई नहीं जानता है, तो फिर आप कैसे बोल सकते कि आप एनलाइटेड हैं? आप उसके करीब हो सकते हैं पर आप एनलाइटेड नहीं हो सकते। वेदाहम समतीतानी वर्तमानी चार्जुन, unless of course a nitya mukta comes and takes an avatara and tries to exemplify things to people, then he can be enlightened and still he be here. But other than that, if people are progressing towards God, they are in the path of enlightenment, not in the enlightenment. Enlightened soul can always come back to teach us lessons. That's a different story. इच्छा द्वेष समुद्र, ये खत्म किया मैंने। वेदाहम समतीतानी, हाँ जी, मेरे को सब तीनों कालों का पता है, मैं सबको जानता हूं कोई क्या कर रहा है। परमात्मा रिकॉर्डर है, परमात्मा हृदयम तिष्ठति, पर मुझे कोई नहीं जानता है, क्योंकि सब लोग अपने अपनी जीवन में लगे हुए हैं। इच्छा द्वेष समुत्थेन द्वंद मोहन भारता सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहन सर्गे यान्ति परंतपा। ये कितना अच्छा श्लोक है। इच्छा द्वेष समुत्थेन द्वंद मोहन भारता, सारी दुनिया इच्छा और द्वेष में लिपटी हुई है। द्वंद मोहन, ये डुअलिटी पोलैरिटी में सारी दुनिया बिल्कुल फंसी पड़ी है। सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहन सर्गे यान्ति परंतपा, सर्वभूत मतलब एम्बॉडीड सोल्स, ऑल दीज एम्बॉडीड सोल्स सम्मोहन, सम्मोहन मतलब समथिंग विच इज अ डेल्यूजन। तो देखा आपने, काम से आया राग, राग से आया सम्मोहन, और सम्मोहन में ऑफ कोर्स अटैचमेंट है, तो अटैचमेंट सम्मोहन जो भी पहले आया, पर काम राग से ही उत्पत्ति होती है। तो इसीलिए ऐसे करते करते सारी जिंदगी निकल जाती है कि ओ जी आज यहाँ खाना है, यहाँ जाना है, ये करना है, तो फिर आपने प्रवचन सत्संग कुछ नहीं किया। इसीलिए जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट काम था वो सबसे लास्ट में छोड़ देते हैं, और सबसे जो बेकार काम है वो पहले पूरे टाइम करते रहते हैं, उसी में और एंटेंगल होते रहते हैं हम लोग। इसीलिए भगवान बोल रहे हैं कि सारी दुनिया, बहुत अच्छा श्लोक है ये 727, इच्छा द्वेष समुत्थेन द्वंद मोहन भारता, इसी द्वंद में ये अच्छा है, ये बुरा, इसके यहाँ जाना, उसके यहाँ जाना, ये करना, ये नहीं करना। इच्छा और द्वेष ईगो का दो पार्ट्स है, और वही इंसान को, डिजायर अवर्जन ही इंसान को पूरी जिंदगी घुमाते रहते हैं, आपको और एंटेंगल करते रहते हैं। येषाम त्वंगतम पापम जनानाम पुण्य कर्मणाम ते द्वंद मोहिन मुक्ता भजन्ते माम दृढ़वता। इस द्वंद से जो, द्वंद मोह, मोह के द्वंद से जो विमुक्त हो जाएगा वही मुझे भजेगा। इसीलिए भजना क्यों जरूरी है भगवान को? भज गोविंदम जो भी गाते हैं आप, भजना इसलिए जरूरी है क्योंकि आप उस तरीके से इच्छा द्वेष का जो डुअलिटी पोलैरिटी है उससे आप निकल जाते हैं, उसमें अपना माइंड नहीं लगाते ना। जितना माइंड लगाएगा उतना उसमें और एंटेंगल होइएगा। तो अपने माइंड को डिस्ट्रैक्ट करके आप गॉड भक्ति में लगा दे रहे हैं, तो आपका धीरे धीरे ये टेंडेंसी, इनकी अटैच करने की, आपको सकिंग करने की टेंडेंसी वीक होती जाएगी. सो येषां त्वं गतं पापम, people who have destroyed and gone beyond their sins, the sins of काम राग, काम क्रोध, येषां त्वं गतं पापम जनानां पुण्य कर्मणाम, those people who are engaging in pious activities for mind purification, purification of mind meaning loss of thoughts and emotions, loss of desire and aversions, te dvand mohinmukta, having liberated from this duality, polarity of good, bad, evil, good, happiness, sadness, I love it, I hate it, they will only worship me. एक ही काम बच गया, मुझे वर्शिप करेंगे. जरा मरण मोक्षाय मामाश्रित्य यतिन्ति ते ते ब्रह्म तद्विदु कृतस्नम ध्यानम कर्म चाखिलम. Those who take shelter in me, striving for liberation from old age and death, come to know as the Brahman. अच्छा, यहां बात कर दी उन्होंने फर्स्ट वाले की. तेषाम ज्ञानी नियुक्त युक्त एक भक्ति विशिष्टते, सॉरी, चतुर्वेद्या भजनते मान आर्थो जिज्ञासुर्थार्थी. आर्थो की बात हो गई. ओल्ड एज और डेथ क्या है? सफरिंग ही है ना. तो इसीलिए जरा दुख दोषानु दर्शनम, जब मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुख दोषानु दर्शनम, तो ये दुख और दोष का कारण है जब मृत्यु जरा व्याधि. तो उनसे जिन्होंने मुक्ति पानी है वो नंबर 2 पे है, लेकिन जो भी नंबर 2 पे है वो भी मेरे पास आएगा. तो इसीलिए जरा मरण मोक्षाय माम आश्रित्य, जो मेरे आश्रम में आते हैं जरा और मरण से बचने के लिए, बुढ़ापे और मृत्यु से बचने के लिए, ते ब्रह्म तद्विदु, दे कम टू नो मी एज द ब्राह्मण, कृतस्नम ध्यानम कर्म आचाखलम. तो वो अपना सब कुछ न्यौछावर कर देते हैं आध्यात्म में. आध्यात्म मतलब क्या होता है? अध्यात्म शब्द की उत्पत्ति है अधि और आत्म, आत्मन. आत्मन मतलब मैं और अधि मतलब अबव एंड बियॉन्ड. सो गोइंग बियॉन्ड मी, यू हैव टू डिसॉल्व आई to know what Brahman is. That's what Adhyatma is. That's why we spiritually think about either the airflow or the kumbhak or the dhyana at the glabella, whatever roop of God, or nasikagram, thinking about seeing the tip of the nose. Basically, you are trying to bring your mind on a convergent single point. व्यवसायत्मिक का बुद्धि रेखे कुरुनंदन को डिस्पैच कर रहे हैं आप, और उसके उस पे फोकस करके आप उसको फाइंड करना चाह रहे हैं. सो यू कैन गो अबव एंड बियॉन्ड बाय कॉन्सेंट्रेटिंग ऑन द सेल्फ. So basically, jara mrana mokshaye mama shite tintite te brahma diduke tasnam dhyanam karm cha akhilam. They know me as the eternal Brahman, and they know me as the entire field of karmic action. Cha akhilam. Akhilam is entirety. Sadhi bhutam, sadhi bhut adi devam mam sadhi yagyam cha vedu प्राण कालेपि च माम ते विदुर्युक्त अचेतसा. साधि भूतादि देवम साधि यज्ञम च वधु प्राण कालेपि च माम ते विदुर्युक्त चेतसा. सो नो मी एज the Adi Bhut, Adi Yagya, Adi Dev. This will be discussed in the next chapter when he asks him what are the meaning of these things. But to be short, know me as the governing principle of Adi Bhut, Mahabhut, fields of matter. Know me to be the God or the principle of the Mahabhuts. Know me to be the Adi Dev. What is Adi Dev? The सूक्ष्म शरीर के जो देवता है, जो इष्ट देवता बोलते हैं, वो सूक्ष्म शरीर के देवता है, वो आदि देव हो गए. And know me to be the Adi Yagya. क्या वर्ड यूज किया? यज्ञ. हम लोगों ने कितनी बार बोला चैप्टर 2, 3, 4 में कि सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है सैक्रिफाइस. यज्ञ दान तप में सबसे पहले आता है यज्ञ. तो आदि यज्ञ भी प्रभु है. आद्य मतलब अबव एंड बियॉन्ड. आद्य आत्म मतलब अबव एंड बियॉन्ड मी. आदि भूत मतलब अबव एंड बियॉन्ड द महाभूत. आदि देव मतलब above and beyond the Devi, godly divine forms, and Adi Yagya mean above and beyond the Yagya. Such enlightened souls are in full consciousness of me even at time of death. सबसे सारी चीजें आप देखेंगे tied to the time of death है भगवत गीता. Do you want to be free of suffering at the time of death and not get more births which are creating time, these kind of experiences? We are not talking about not coming back to earth. We are talking about not having suffering and misery, jab mrityu jara vyadhi, bothering us during the course of the lifetime. Because the bhokta came here to experience things as a higher extrinsic version. It did not came here to suffer and be more pathetic. Otherwise, Nitya Mukta was a fine state. Witnesser was a fine state. Deep sleep is a fine state. You don't have perturbed emotions. So that is the whole point. The samsara has been created for the Atman and the Paramatman to enjoy. And when you don't enjoy at the expense of other Atmans and or the single Paramatman, when the left hand does not enjoy at the cost of the right hand, then you are fine. The moment you start causing trouble to the other Atmans, which are basically a part of yourself, then the system is imbalanced and the whole karma bandhan and the problems start. So sadhi bhutayam sadhi yagyam chadu pran kale pe chamamte vidruk chetsa prayan kale prayan end of time, end of your life, अंत काल में वो मुझे अच्छे तरीके से जान जाएगा और ही नोज मी क्या जान जाएगा. ज्ञान क्या है जी? ज्ञान यही है, आधि भूत आधि देव आधि यज्ञ. मैं ही आधि भूत हूं, मैं ही आधि देव हूं, मैं ही आधि यज्ञ हूं. मैं ही प्रिंसिपल फॉर्म ऑफ महाभूत हूं. आई एम द गवर्निंग फोर्स ओवर द इष्ट देवतास and I am the governing force over the यज्ञ. अन्यात भवंती भूतानि पर्जन्यात कर्म समुद्भवम विद्धि ब्रह्माक्षर समुद्भवम. सारी चीजें कर्म जो हैं वो यज्ञ से उत्पत्ति होती है. इसीलिए सैक्रिफाइस, त्याग इज नंबर वन. ये आप बार बार पढ़ेंगे आगे वाले चैप्टर्स में भी. अब ज्यादा इस पे जोर डाला जाएगा कि त्याग क्या है, सेल्फलेस सर्विस क्या है, डूइंग द एक्टिविटी विदाउट सीकिंग द गोल. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन आवर realm of Kali Yuga. So
I have one question where what comes after contentment? Like, let's say, like I'm in a stage where I'm content with whatever I have. If I have one spoon of rice, I'm happy. If I don't have, I'm happy. Like, where what comes? What is what? And be having the complete belief in God as well, and knowing what comes next. Like, what should that person just sit in an contented life and just move on, or what opens up, like what opens up next?
Right. So, like we said, Prashant Atma Vigat Bhi Brahmachari Vitista Manasya Machitut Asid Matpara. Prashant Atma, once your mind is content and peaceful, only thing left is to experience the bliss, which has not come right now, but it will come. That is why I said I
Mm,
had in Dhyana, I got that triad: desireless, peaceful, blissful. When your mind is content, what is content? First, we have to define what is content. Content is the state where there is no agitation, emotional upheaval, or even positive cravings, temptations. So,
mm,
state of not generating a lot of ideas in the mind. When you are sitting quietly and your mind is not thinking too many things, especially if people have racing thoughts when they're trying to go to sleep, they
mm,
are not content yet. They have to accept. So we
mm,
have to work on that, but that's an indication. Same thing about the daytime. If you are not thinking about 10 things at the same time, then you are content. Now what happens
mm,
next? Next, you will slowly start developing attributes like your ish devta or whoever you worship. If you don't worship anybody, then you are like nirgun brahman, even better. But the point is that person will start experiencing the bliss, whether the bliss of the yogis or the bliss of the Sufis. They will experience
mm,
sense of always remaining happy with themselves. These people are very happy, bubbly people. Slowly, uh, they will get to the point where they are becoming extremely happy all the time. They are
mm,
not getting perturbed by even things going wrong around them. They have compassion, but they are not going to be saddened by it perpetually. So that is why we are seeking contentment. Santosham paramam sukham, because संतोष से ही सुख आएगा. परम सुख है क्योंकि सुख का प्रिकर्सर है. इट इज द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट. So you'll become more happy with yourself. You'll not have regrets. You will forgive people easily. Those are some of the qualities when people are content. But very good state. But in that state, you are going to go for samadhi. That's another thing. You will, when you do dhyana, those people will reach samadhi very easily. And I don't mean to glorify samadhi like, oh, I'm very saddened to tell you. There's a guy I saw on YouTube. He was trying to broadcast, "I'm going in samadhi right now," and he made videos about how his eyes are flickering, eyebrows are flickering, and eyelids are flickering. And I mean, I don't know if it was real state of samadhi or not. But usually, people who are going in samadhi will not broadcast their samadhi. Ki, oh, gee, I'm going for samadhi. Let's make a
mm.
2-minute video. They are
It's
very.
like I'm going to grocery shopping and coming back, kind of a
Exactly.
thing.
People who are peaceful, you'll see those people, they neither talk a lot nor they gossip a lot. They are very much in themselves. Family life hogi
Mm,
unki, but they're not trying to create ostentatious display because ego is very much silenced. That is why they are able to go in samadhi and experience the bliss. They will enjoy in their dhyana. That is another point. When you're peaceful, you will start enjoying your dhyana. But those are
mm,
some of the
mm.
characteristics. So yeah, if you can maintain that state, it's very hard because a lot of time you'll fall back on earth and those
It
hankerings.
is, it is,
Yeah.
it is. But having the understanding, okay, this is also like a kshanik sukh or kshanik,
Right.
I mean,
Exactly.
a fleeting moment, whatever it is, you're okay with that, like, pain or thing, and you feel, I know this is not going to last, and you surrender to the situation at that point of time.
Exactly. I felt that
I have a
two
one
times in my life.
opposite question for this one.
Yeah, go.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, no, I was just saying, I myself have felt that certain points in my life and then I've lost it. So I can tell you for sure
Huh,
that
huh.
the biggest risk is losing it. And then you have to work back on it.
No, like even the losing it, there is no sense of loss too, honestly.
Exactly.
Like,
Yes. Yes.
it's like आया गया, it doesn't make any
Exactly. That
difference
is the,
and जिंदगी जी लो बस,
that
like,
tells me you have experienced some of it because that tells
no, no,
me
I don't know.
you are
As
not
you said, I don't know the flickering of eyes or
you
whatever it
are
is, but I
not,
feel
yeah, you're not upset at you're right, you're not upset that much. The second time you lose it, you're less upset than the first time. That's the
exactly.
lesson.
It's like a new car getting first scratch. After that, you say, okay, whatever.
Very true. Very
Third scratch doesn't hurt much.
true. Right.
I mean, not that I care about cars, but anyways, yeah. So one totally opposite of this desire and desire, like, it might feel, what is this? Just contradicting us. In a sanctified relationship, a certain sexual desire, certain desire to have the company of that person is is that also setting up, but knowing, what, enjoy while it lasts. It is whatever it brings, right? um, can you enjoy that moment as well in that in that sanctified relationship, friendship ho ya jo bhi hai ho, like, if unban ho jaye, but doesn't matter at this moment of time, we
You
have
mean
that
are
connection.
relationships relevant?
No, 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 not our relationships are relationships are like, um, the joy it brings of a company, like, hum satsang kar rahe hain yahan pe,
Yeah.
joy, it's like, I'm not attached to, oh, tapas ne nahi kiya satsang is next Sunday, but
Right.
while it lasts, I'm enjoying. So be that a sexual pleasure, be it sexual cookie, be it whatever it
Right.
is,
Right.
can you not enjoy those moments for what it is, what it provides?
Well, depends whether it creates
Or
addiction.
does it be categorized as नहीं इसको भी निकालना है, नहीं भोगना है, like,
Well, you have to see whether that thing, जो बोलते हैं ना, मन ही मनुष्य नाम कारण बंध मोक्षय बंधाय विषया सुक्तम मुक्तम निर्विषयम स्मृतम. मन ही मनुष्य नाम कारण बंध मोक्षय. मन ही मनुष्य के कारण और कारण है बंधन और मोक्ष. Bandhan is getting entangled in this world, and moksha is of course nirvana. So when you tell me that enjoying the moment, enjoying the cookie, or enjoying the company, or even physical relationships, we have to figure out whether that thing has turned from an enjoyment to obligation. Obligation happens at the level of senses. Let me give you example of that. Now, if you are eating a cookie every day, and I've eaten a lot of cookies and gotten dental cavity and root canal, so this is my real experience. The first time you go na, like craving, I might be doing this thing like right now. What will I do? What do you think I will do? It's been 10 hours. I haven't eaten anything. I'm gonna quickly finish this satsang and go eat something right now. I know myself. And I have told myself, "Okay, son, wait for 2 more hours, nothing will go wrong." But the craving comes, the clockwork. So you have to understand, अच्छा जी ठीक है, craving है. That's my perception that has changed over the years. I have started being less harsh on myself if I don't live up to a certain expectation goal. 12 hours की जगह 6 hours भी
exactly.
किया तो it's fine. Because when you go for that cookie, one is fine. Two is where the problem starts because the craving is turning into a desire now. Now you are wondering, एक तो खा लिया, अच्छा craving मिट गया उसके बाद. The craving is not there, but simply because you're
Yeah.
hanging out in the kitchen next to the cookie jar, the beautiful looking cookies, aroma drives you. You are like, okay, or you're munching on it and looking at the news, mindlessly eating. The second, the third, the fourth, those are where your desires are fanning up, and suddenly the craving is turning into an addiction. So my definition now is addiction is the point where enjoyment has become an obligation. So any of these things, company of an individual, eating a cookie, physical relationship, if like clockwork, after 2 days, I feel like, oh my God, I cannot live without that. I have to, I need it. Then it was a wrong thing I associated myself with. So that one is detrimental. Also in the long term,
Identify when it's moving from joyful state to
yes,
misery state,
when
or
has
like
it become a
like a
compulsion?
like compulsion state.
The craving should not become a compulsion. Also in retrospect, a lot of times if you think about this in terms of relationship, let me give you another example. Sometimes we'll think about relationships in our lives, 30, 40 years. So, well, if you are with an individual and they make you feel happy at the moment, or you are happy but you don't realize that because you take it for granted. Lots of time human beings have enormous ability. We don't value. How will you value it when you have it?
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
point of
It's true.
valuing the girl or the woman or the mother when she's there? We can only value it when they're gone. So you cannot value it when you have it. So in long term, if you think about it, 2 years later, 3 years later, and if you are thinking that individual was helpful to you, yes, then again that's a constructive attachment. That attachment is helping you go towards your God, whatever your thing is, because now you are addicted or attached to something that is deviating you from that path. The cookie, eating too many, you get somnolence or inertia. मैं तो खा के फिर कुछ नहीं कर पाता हूँ. I cannot make videos or do anything useful ना. So that is why we have to make sure that extinguishing a craving is not a problem. Craving just shows I used to eat 10 cookies, so I will eat 2 cookies today. What's wrong? It is downgrading. But if that attachment becomes an obligation, enjoyment becomes an obligation, then that craving is leading us to that whatever path you want to call it, addiction or whatever, but that is impeding you from doing the right activity, what you want to do, yoga and dharma and all these things we are talking about, that will not let you do. And you can think about it. Even I use it for my patients with all these drugs problem. Like I see a lot of patients with addiction to methamphetamine, cocaine, alcoholism, young people who die, 35 years old people die in my hospital from alcoholism. So I can see they're helpless at that point. They are helpless. The senses have totally run them away,
Taken over.
taken over.
Taken over. Yeah.
They want to get help but they are helpless. So that is what we have to make sure with all the indriyartheshu vishaya vinivartante nirahasyadenam. So vishaya, we have to be careful with the objects of sensual gratification, all those 5 objects, anything that you put on your tongue, anything you see with your
We have
eyes,
to
anything
see like
yeah,
we have to see if it's helping me to grow or is it helping me to sink down. The
exactly,
second thing is, it's like, am I attached to it? Like when it's not there, in the absence of it, will I be like running behind it kind of a thing?
yes,
Or will I
exactly,
find an alternative modem to
or
replace
find
it?
a balance. Yeah,
Or
sometimes
balance, or find a balance. There's nothing wrong in enjoying
nothing
in
wrong in enjoying.
cookie,
If
just being more compassionate to ourselves, like, being
yes,
more compassionate to
if
ourselves.
you are used to drinking 4 drinks, if you drink one drink alcohol and come to the satsang, I will be very happy, because then that one drink helped you continue with your right path that you are pursuing. So even in that regard, anything, uh, even someone has desires, what are the 2 basic desires of life? Muladhara will tell you. Muladhara, it is subsistence, so food, and swadhisthana, it's sex, create and procreate. So food and sex are the 2 basic instincts. Every animal, every human being has it. So but moderation of the food intake, moderation of the sex desire or whatever love desire for the kids also, that is also involving the love or the sneha, what we call.
True. True.
All of that, if you can moderate it and think about the unmanifest, what is unmanifest? God, because that's where the soul is coming from. The soul has taken the body. So no, I agree with everything you said. So cravings, we have to be respectful. Cravings are the taxes
Yeah.
we are paying for past samskaras. Make sure you don't overpay. Nobody wants to overpay that.
Yes. True. If nobody has a question, I will ask one more. Sorry. I want to give other people opportunity.
Let's see. Anybody have any questions right now?
Tapasji, I have.
Go ahead. Savita will come back to you. Go ahead, Pratibha.
Sure, please.
See, there's a quote actually, but I need to know if it's correct or not. I heard no therapy is holistic unless and until it deals Vijnanamaya. And somewhere I heard subconscious lies in that Vijnanamaya kosha. And thinking, feeling, and words. We cannot approach Vijnana through all these things, and we can. Is it true? Like subconscious, what exactly is subconscious? Is um, there are 5 koshas, right? Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya. Meditation is purifies mind, and subconscious. What exactly is it true that subconscious plays a big role? in healing.
So the question is, what is the importance of Vijnanamay Sharir and what is the subconscious samskara? Am I understanding correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So
so yeah, you're right. I talked about it. Gosh, it's been like 2, 3 years. I made that video about the koshas and the sheaths and the pranas. So yeah, you're right. That is one of the classifications of the sharirs. You know how we talk about the 3 sharir, the sthul sharir, sukshma sharir, and karan sharir. These are the 3 sharirs. Now you can also divide these 3 sharirs into 5 koshas, like just you said: Annamay, Pranamay, Manomay, Gyanmay or Vigyanmay, and Anandamay Sharir. Just like actually now thinking about Savita's question earlier. Once you have hit Gyan, you have hit peace. What is left underneath Gyanmay Sharir? Anandamay Sharir. So only enjoyment is left. Anyways, so to answer your question, that is the sequence in which you have to gain control over your sheets from the grossest to the subtlest. What is the grossest? Think about it. Grossest is the
Annamay.
Annamay Sharir. What is Anna? Anna is like Annat Bhavanti Bhutani Parjanya Dansambhava. Everything you are seeing that is gross, that has all the 5 senses attached to it. Food, water, anything that you take in, bhogas, they are Anna. Anna is not just representing the food. Anna is representing anything that is manifest, the grossest of the things. So all your material prosperity, bangla, makan, of course, good food is a part of that. So that is Annamay Sharir. So gain control over Annamay Sharir. Kaise gain karenge bhai control over Annamay Sharir? Well, the commonest logical thing is Anna. So Anna is fasting, pratyahara of the Anna. So fasting helps. Okay. Lot of different panch pratyahar basically is helping us clear the control over the Annamay Sharir. But basically control over your sensual desires, including food. That is Annamay Sharir control. Then comes Pranamay Sharir. See how scientific they have made it. They made prana, which we closely identify with 2 elements. In the Sukshma Sharir, prana is representing the mind. And in the Mahabhut element, prana is representing the air. No wonder the mind is said to be like air. Chanchalam hi mana krishpamathi balodadham. Oh, Krishna, mind is so chanchal, like the air. It's holding the air in the hand. So in the Vedas, very clearly we have said that the air element is representative of mind. Air element is representative of feeling. When you see, oh, cold air, I am feeling cold air. What is feel? Emotion, senses. So mind, senses, air, prana. How do you control prana? Kumbhak.
Kumbhak.
The
Okay.
best way to control prana is pranayam. Kumbhak, Anulom, Vilom, Nadi, Shuddhi. Do whatever you want to do. For me, it is Kumbhak. The easiest one. I can type on keyboard and still do Kumbhak. I can, write stuff and still Kumbhak. You can multitask. That's the beauty. Of course, you can do it in the morning, but any day you can slow your breath, because the number of breaths in this life are given to you, counted. So if you breathe rapidly, you die quickly. That's the whole point. Anyways, so pranamay sharir ka control, kyunki आक्षिप्तो भुंज दंडेन यथा उच्चलति कंदुक प्राणापान समर्थितो जीवो न तिष्ठति. Just like when you hit a ball with a bat, the ball is bouncing back and forth. Achipto bhunj danden yatha uchalati kanduk. Kanduk is ball. Bhunj danden is the bat. So as the ball is bouncing back and forth when you hit on the bat, similarly prana pan samathis tato jivo na tishtati. Prana and apan, there are 5 kind of, now if you think about prana, there's 5 kind of prana. But basically what he's saying is prana is not settling in one place. So prana itself is your constellation of your teja or the dhriti for me. What you can do, your free will, energy. बहुत energy है इसमें बोलते हैं. So prana is very high. Kids have very high prana. They will keep running around. You'll see here and there, never get tired. An old man is sleeping all day and lying tired. So the prana has fallen down. As we grow older, the prana can die sometimes. Not in yogis. I'm talking about usual people. Anyways, so you have to sharpen your prana and you have to purify your prana. Kumbhak does both. It amplifies your prana or your liveliness, as well as it purifies your prana. Get rid of the mental impurities. When I say mental impurities, it is about thoughts and emotions. Unnecessary. 90% is unnecessary. Either getting agitated, envy, jealousy, resentment, shame, guilt. Useless. None of them help us reach God. All of them are useless. So prana se aapne purify kar liya kumbhak. सो अच्छा जी, ये देखिए, प्राण से आपने करा एयर प्यूरिफिकेशन एंड बॉडी प्यूरिफिकेशन ऑल्सो. एक्चुअली pranayama is very good for chronic health conditions, like you will hear all these yoga, Ramdev Baba and all these people, but also it helps clarify your mind, your thought. However, again, I'm kind of going in sideways. Prana cannot cure your gender identity disorder, because identity is one layer deeper. I have always this is one of my favorite topics these days. Talking about pranayama, you can fix your mental, feeling, thought, quasi state, which is basically anxiety, depression, uh, even obsessive compulsive disorders. Those can be cured by pranayama. Of course, you can treat the health condition like hypertension and thyroid and all those. A lot of people have done that. Chronic medical conditions, obviously, because it's a part of the sthul sharir. Now you are going from the sthul sharir to sukshma sharir. Prana is the intermediate connecting link. You cannot change the way you identify. If a person is born, I'm not talking about our group, I'm just talking about the Western world, where this problem is becoming more and more prevalent, where kids these days will say, I identify as a boy when I'm born as a girl, or vice versa. Even grown-ups, they will identify. Caitlyn Jenner, man turns into a woman. These things, because these are not at the level of man. We make a mistake. You cannot treat this condition with any pill, because this is identity, and identity is one stage deeper than where the anxiety and emotions are lighter. Identity is even deeper. So anyways, that was just a point. So प्राण के अंदर आपका मन आया, तो मन में आप सोच लीजिए thoughts and emotions. So controlling whatever your thoughts and emotions are, those are man. So you gain control over sthul sharir, I'm sorry, annamay sharir, pranamay sharir, manomay sharir. When you have gained control over your thoughts and emotions, your mind becomes peaceful. Prasant Atma Vigat Bhir. When Prashant Atma, like Pacific Ocean, Atman, there Atman means man, Antarman. When it becomes peaceful, then you have Gyan. So there are more than, it's not that you have to read the literary events to get the Gyan. Like I have talked before. Ramakrishna Paramhans did not read any books. And even Yogananda had read very few books. Ramana does not read any books. Jnana is something cosmic consciousness gives you the ideas, na? So you don't need to read it. You can read it, you can plagiarize it. Of course, you can read it in the Vedas and memorize all the shlokas to sound, but you will not be able to say it when the right time comes, because that knowledge is not there from the cosmic consciousness. And the cosmic consciousness will download that knowledge, the chitta will give it to the individual when they are totally pure, when they are ready to receive. The Bhagavad Kripa, what we call. So that is why when you say, when you say Gyanmay Sharir, Gyan is the precursor to Anand. When you have Gyanmay Sharir, you have pervaded the Gyanmay Sharir, you have gone basically into the Karan Sharir. Karan Sharir is where the Karma Bandhan is. So let's correlate that. Sthul Sharir is equal to Annamay Sharir, like you said. Then there is Sukshma Sharir. Sukshma Sharir, Mano Buddhi Ahankar, is similar to your composite of Pranamay Sharir and Manomay Sharir. Both of them, because Pran is the part which is very tricky, and then the Man, which is neither of them. And then comes your Karan Sharir, which is the causal body, which has Karma Bandhan and Atman. And that is equivalent to the Gyanmay Sharir and your Anandamay Sharir. So basically, those are the differences. When you say samskaras mean everything that is imprinted in our manomay sharir. All the thoughts, emotions that we are collecting from this life, past life, all of them are in the repository. Some of them will come back in the dreams based on the intensity of the emotions. Some of them will come back as cravings when we are awake. As awake, they come back as cravings. As the sleep state, they come back as dreams. The more you get into the yoga, the lesser will be your dreams, the lesser will be your sleep duration. So that is basically my understanding of samskaras and manomay sharir.
Okay. So the subconscious is basically, you're saying it's samskaras and
yes, subconscious. When I say the word conscious is your frontal lobe, whatever you are generating, and what they call sanghatas chetna dhriti. And in the Upanishads, they talk about vritti and samskaras. Vritti, waves, and samskara, abyss, which means that mind is like an ocean, and what is actively generated are the waves, the tidal waves, or whatever we generate, you know. So that is dependent on the associations, what we come in contact with. If you come in contact with moon, there is high tide, low tide. So whatever we come in contact with, that is the active mind. That represents the moon. That is why lunar is the active mind. And then whatever you have generated, the waves will finally sink in the ocean. So that is samskara. The kind of thoughts we generate are the kind of personalities we will develop over time. So samskaras are subconscious, and vritti, or the active thoughts in manas, is the conscious mind.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Okay, anybody else?
Tapas, can I ask my question?
Yeah,
If
go ahead.
nobody.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So I have a friend who has grown up in a communist country where no religion was, or any name of God was um, mentioned, or the idea was given, and no idea, didn't know, grew up without God or the realization of that there is some superior power beyond things. But so I asked, for me, the first thing, something either feeling low or whatever it is, any change, movement, I feel, oh God, like, like first thing intuitively, that's where my mind goes. That's where my whole body, mind, soul goes into that. Like, that
Right.
Bhagwan kind of a thing. So I asked her, when things are in and not in alignment in your life, what do you do?
Right.
Because she has nothing to, I don't know, like she says she just, if there is any physically she can make moves, she will make. Otherwise, she will just sit and pass let the ride go through her. I thought that was profound in a way that, without naming a god or anything, she's still able to do that. Like, but we try to understand, what is this, what is that, what is this, what is that, why I don't, why, and we have the god saying, okay, maybe it's unka chata and all those things. Um, so do you think she is already kind of like there, like I have a certain understanding that there is nothing, no moves can be made, and I am
Yeah.
ready,
So what
I
you're
have surrendered to
describing
the
is
situation.
some sort of Nirgun Brahman that she's kind of trying to say, similar to like Islam, for instance. There is no personality of God, but
Mm,
we talked about this before. What is God? You can give it a shape like Shiv Bhagwan or Krishna or Hanuman or Jesus or Allah or what. But at the end of the day, God is perfection. God is harmony. God is balance. So it's easier to put it on a face on it so that you can identify. That's what he says in chapter 12. Na? Klesho dhiktaras
mm,
tesham avyakta sachesham avyakta hi gatir dukham devad virvapte. Klesho, it's very difficult to realize the unmanifest form of God. So if you're just sitting there and letting it pass away, yeah, Nirgun Brahman, that is the concept of Nirgun Brahman. God does not have any attributes. And Sagun Brahman, he has सर्वता पाणीपादम सर्वता अक्षरमुखम, हर तरफ उनके पैर हैं, हाथ हैं, आवाज है. तो Nirgun and Sagun are the two different ways you can identify God, unmanifest and manifest. But her path is not just like Ramakrishna says to one of his disciples, do you worship God, one with attributes or one without attributes? So the guy, he wants to sound very profound, so he says, no, I only worship God without attributes. I am Nirgun Brahman. God is like, like light, eternal light or something. And he says, yeah, that's fine, but don't say that God with attributes is inferior. Like if you worship any
mm,
patthar or any image of God. So the idea is, it is easier for the mind to connect to things which are in the manifest world. Because darkness ko,
mm,
imagine trying seeing darkness all the time in the eyes and nothing else. It's so hard. But if you have a picture or
mm,
something, then it's easier to think about it. So that is
mm,
why the manifest way to start with Sagun, you will merge in Nirgun. That is the right way to do it. Some people can also have ego problems, like how can there be someone who is better than me? Because they think God, we are talking about someone else. He, like in Christianity, lot of problem. God
mm,
is not someone who is passing judgments on you. Oh, Savita did this today, let me do this too. No.
mm,
That is the
mm,
karma, and that is also not always. Sanchit karma doesn't activate right away. It takes forever. Prarabdha is what is being dispatched. Sanchit takes who knows how many lives it takes. So basically, to me, God is balance. God is perfection. Sometimes perfection can have a shape. To me, when Roger Federer is playing tennis, it is God playing tennis, because there's something very, very delightful about the way he plays. Or when Tendulkar is batting, that is very delightful to watch. So that is why God is perfection. And also there's lack of arrogance. Like he won't fist his palm or do something to like, dekha, ha, 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 I hit you for a six, or making fun like Ricky Ponting. So the lack of ego and display of perfection is God.
No,
And yeah,
her response made me think that, oh, maybe we are very stuck with some amount of,
no, if it works for her, it works for her. Her way is not superior or
her work.
inferior.
Yeah, no, I know it's not a comparison, but like because the environment was like that, it's automatically shaped into that. So I
Right,
guess,
exactly. Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. I can believe there's lots of course, Chinese, the whole country is atheist, denying God, not only
Yeah,
agnostic. You might have read this, like today, the world's biggest religion is non-conformists, the atheists and the agnostics. They are the rapidly growing, not Christianity, not Islam, not Hinduism. The people who are non-believers have, so that's fine. But yeah, if you can go for it, if you can find Nirgun Brahman like that, you can find, you believe in doing right without having someone supervising you, that's fine. Nothing, no problem. But of course, there's a supervisory system that will remain regardless of what you think. And that's fine if whether we believe it or not. But yeah, I agree. I mean, there's lots of good people in China and other countries who are absolutely having some other issues going on. But yeah, I mean, that's their path. For me, this path is easier and it works for me. So I'm going to work on this.
True. Not comparing, but it's just I felt like
Very interesting,
kind of her answer, kind of, oh wow, like I thought she would say there's nothing, blah blah blah. Like the answer kind of took me.
Yeah, because she's not
back to
expecting
say-
anything. She's just waiting for it to pass. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Some people you will see they get angry also. I've seen like some people who are in bhakti marg. Sometimes they will get upset कि मैं तो इतने देर पूजा किया मेरे साथ ये हो गया. तो अब क्या करें?
That's true.
No, but you have to understand that that is a
वो
subject-
पूजा क्या होता है, वो लेन देन का पूजा हो जाते हैं ना. That's the problem. Like
Exactly.
पूजा मैंने ये किया तुम वो करो मेरे लिए.
Exactly.
That's the problem.